Well, it started out that him and his friends used to sniff gas and glue, and he used to work at B&FL then, and all his friends just decided this isn't on this, you know, it's getting a bit bad, but for some reason he seemed to have stuck with it, and he's quite a clever lad, and all his friends got off it, but he decided to stick with it, and it just got deeper and deeper, and his mind got more and more cabbaged, and his life just seemed to fall apart. His parents discovered that he was doing it, and just kicked him out, so he didn't have like a stable base either, so he ended up losing his job, and just living on the street, sniffing glue completely off his box, and his parents used to just tell him to, you know, it's your own life, you do what you want. They wouldn't have anything of him, like, and he's just developed from there. He's got worse and worse and worse.
Alright. Why do you think he does it?
Because it's got too deep now and he can't get off it. It's a way of life, and he enjoys it as well. Well, he's got to enjoy it because he's had offers of help, and he's had help while he was in prison, but he decided, no, I don't want it. It's either that he hasn't got the willpower to get off, or he actually enjoys it. I don't know why he does it.
So you wouldn't say that it was a cry for help then?
Well, that he does it? Definitely not, no. He enjoys it. He actually, when he was in prison, he slept with all the windows open, and it was in the middle of winter he was in, and the police, not the police, the prison officers wouldn't come into his cell in the morning. It was too cold, so they used to stand outside and shout him up and tell him to get out of bed.
Why is that?
Because that's what he's used to, and it must be difficult for him to get out of the routine. We read into it too much, you know. We think they want out these, but they don't. They just want to be left alone to do whatever they want to do, and the fact that they're completely off it and just going round speaking nonsense and singing and just sleeping in the nearest bush, you know, we read too much into that. They want to be left alone, but people like to have a pop at them as well.
But has he had a better life than this? I know he had a good job and all.
You mean when he was younger?
Yeah.
No, he had a bit of a crappy upbringing, really. His mum used to knock him about. I witnessed him getting a snooker cue smashed on his shoulder. And they just generally did not give a shit about him. You know, they used to just say, well, do whatever you want. So, I mean, my parents, I know for a fact that if I got myself into some deep trouble, i.e. I was an alkie or I was into drugs heavily, they'd stand behind me and give me the help and make sure that I was looked after, but his parents just don't care. Well, I mean, it depends what point of view you look at it. I mean, some of the people that you probably see on the streets now, compared to what a lot of them have had, yeah, it wasn't a bad, but it wasn't great, you know, it wasn't anything like maybe what I had a decent upbringing. It was definitely not what I had, maybe not what you had, but it wasn't bad either.
No.
It's just the way it's panned out. It's your classic case of drinking, smoking, or doing too much drugs. He's just done too much, and it's affected his mind, and he just can't get out of it now. And he's not had any help from anyone, i.e. family. So he's just deteriorated even more. And he shouldn't be alive now. He should be dead. It's amazing how he's still alive. Oh, it's been going on for, God, how old is he now? 25. It must be going on for 5 years now. Well, when he first started Glue and Petrol, at least when he was 20, he was always off it. He's been homeless, I'd say, for 4 years, walking around the streets, getting completely high for 4 years. Easy. Maybe 5, I might be wrong, it might have even been longer. That's what I mean, he should be dead. It's amazing that his brain has took such a battering off the abuse it's had. Unbelievable, he should be dead.